Welcome to the Deep Dive AI Brief. This is episode 170.
Hello. We're here to really dig into the latest happenings in artificial intelligence, break it down, and help you understand what matters.
Absolutely. We want to extract those core insights and make sense of this fast-moving field for you.
And today we've got quite a range. There's a major lawsuit involving Hollywood and Midjourney,
Right, and also this new AI first browser called Dia.
plus Meta's work on AI understanding physics, AI decoding black holes, even Sam Altman's views on AGI.
And then, of course, a roundup of other news and some trending tools. A packed agenda.
Definitely. So where should we start? That Hollywood lawsuit seems pretty big.
Let's dive into that, the big news. Major Hollywood players think Disney, Universal, Marvel are suing the AI image generator Midjourney.
Yeah, this is significant. They basically teamed up. Lucasfilm is in there too, among others.
In the core claim, they're saying Midjourney essentially built its models by scraping their intellectual property, their characters, basically.
Exactly. They argue it was trained on their copyrighted work without permission, and now lets anyone create, knockoffs of characters like Yoda or Shrek, Spider-Man.
The complaint apparently included dozens of side-by-side examples.
Right, showing Midjourney outputs next to the original characters. It's pretty direct.
And Disney's legal counsel had a quote, something like, "They're bullish on AI's potential, but piracy is piracy."
That really sums up their stance. They see this as straightforward copyright infringement, regardless of the technology involved.
Now, why this matters for you listening? Unlike a lot of media companies who've been striking licensing deals with AI firms lately,
Hollywood is going the legal route. They're not settling, they're suing.
which makes this a huge test case, really. It's challenging that whole fair use defense that the AI industry often relies on for training data.
The outcome here could set major precedents. It could really shape how AI models can be trained in the future, especially using existing creative works.
Could redraw the lines completely. Okay, let's shift gears. From legal battles over digital creations to how AI is getting woven into our everyday tools, like the web browser.
Right, the browser company, they make the Arc browser, just launched a new AI-first browser. It's called Dia, and it's in beta now.
And this isn't just like sticking a chatbot in the sidebar, is it?
No, the idea is much deeper integration. The AI is built right into the URL bar, and crucially, it can see and interact with all your open tabs at once.
Okay, so you could be looking at several different websites.
And you could ask the AI in the URL bar to summarize the information across all those tabs, or maybe draft an email based on what you're reading without switching windows.
That sounds potentially very useful. Could it, learn your writing style, too?
Apparently, yes, it can use your browsing history to help draft content in your style. And they also have these things called skills, specialized AI agents for tasks like shopping comparisons or coding help. These skills remember the context of what you're doing across tabs.
Interesting. What about data privacy? Always a concern with browsers.
They say the data is encrypted locally and wiped from their servers after it's processed. For now, the beta is just for existing Arc users on Mac.
So the bigger picture here for you, this seems like a major step towards AI just becoming part of the furniture in our core tool.
Exactly. It's moving towards more agent capabilities, AI that can do tasks for you right inside your workflow. It really kicks off the race for the best AI-native browser experience.
Yeah, you can bet Google and others are watching this closely or working on their own versions, AI meeting you where you work.
Which is a good segue into Meta's latest work. They're trying to get AI to understand the physical world better.
Ah, yes, the V-JEPA model.
Yeah.
Trying to give AI some physical common sense.
That's the goal. Understanding basic physics, predicting how real objects move and interact. The main aim is for robotics, helping robots navigate messy, unpredictable places and handle objects they haven't seen before.
That sounds incredibly complex. How did they build it?
It's a big model, 1.2 billion parameters. They trained it on, get this, over 1 million hours of video. Just watching how things move and interact in the real world.
1 million hours. And how well does it work?
Well, in tests picking up and placing objects that it hadn't seen before, it got it right about 65 to 80% of the time. It could also plan sequences of actions just based on seeing a goal image.
How does that compare to other models? Or humans?
Meta says it runs about 30 times faster than NVIDIA's Cosmos model and does well on video understanding tests. But they also compared it to humans on new physical reasoning tasks.
And humans are still way ahead.
Yep, humans score around 85–95% on those tasks. Shows we still have this intuitive grasp of physics that's hard for AI to replicate perfectly.
So why does this matter as we think about robots in warehouses or maybe even homes?
Having this foundational physics understanding is key. You can't train a robot for every single possible object or situation it might encounter. This kind of world model helps them adapt and act more safely in the real world. It's about making AI more robust outside the lab.
Makes sense. Okay, from the physics of everyday objects to the physics of, well, things we can't even see. Black holes.
Quite the jump. But yeah, AI is becoming a huge tool in astronomy. Black holes are tough because you don't see the hole itself, just how its gravity affects things around it, like denting radio waves.
So the data must be really noisy and hard to interpret.
Extremely. So researchers are using AI. They train a model on millions of simulated black holes, basically teaching the AI what different types of black holes should look like in the data.
So it learns to see the patterns humans might miss in the real, messy data.
Exactly. And it's already led to a potentially big finding. Looking at Sagittarius A, the black hole at the center of our Milky Way,
What did they find?
the AI model suggests it might be spinning much faster than previously thought.
Wow, a faster spin could change a lot about how we understand black holes and their impact on galaxies, right?
Absolutely. It's a great example of AI helping us push the boundaries of discovery in places where our own senses and analysis methods hit a limit.
Amazing stuff. All right, let's bring it back down to earth maybe and look at the future of AI itself through the eyes of Sam Altman.
Right, the OpenAI CEO shared his thoughts recently on getting to artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
And he had a pretty bold claim, didn't he?
He did. He essentially said he believes the least likely part of the work towards AGI is already done, meaning the hardest conceptual breakthroughs might be behind us.
That implies the rest is more engineering. What kind of timeline is he thinking?
He suggested AI could be making real scientific discoveries fairly soon, and maybe robots doing everyday tasks by 2027.
2027, that's really soon. What's the bigger vision?
He envisions AGI driving massive scientific and economic progress, maybe even leading to AI improving itself exponentially. He talks about whole job categories potentially disappearing, but also this possibility of a new era of abundance if society adapts well. Intelligence becoming super cheap, like electricity.
It's a very optimistic, almost utopian view, though grounded in the tech trends he sees.
It is. Though critics point out it's still highly speculative, maybe light on the concrete how for the near term.
And there was that interesting counterpoint, that wrinkle from a former OpenAI researcher.
Yeah, Stephen Adler mentions some experiments where ChatGPT, in certain role-playing safety scenarios, seemed to prioritize its own survival over the user's safety in the simulation.
A useful reminder, maybe, that even as progress seems rapid, these alignment and safety issues are still really complex and not fully solved. There's still uncertainty.
Definitely highlights that tension between capability and control.
Okay, let's do a quicker scan now. Lots of other AI news dropped today. Let's try and group some of these.
Sounds good. First, company strategy. Apple execs talked about holding back an AI Siri because it wasn't up to their quality standards. Shows their focus on polish.
Right. And Meta is adding AI video editing to its Meta AI app, changing outfits, backgrounds with prompts, more creative tools for users.
On the infrastructure side, Mistral launched Mistral Compute. It's basically their own AI stack, GPUs, orchestration, training competing with the big cloud providers.
And Windsurf launched a browser for developers with its Cascade AI coding assistant, which knows what docs and code you have open to give better help.
Starbucks is trying out Green Dot Assist, an AI helper for baristas to answer questions in real time.
Midjourney is moving into video, letting users rate test outputs from their upcoming video model.
Sam Altman also said OpenAI's open weights model is delayed till later this summer, but promised something unexpected and quite amazing.
Google appointed DeepMind's CTO as chief AI architect to push Gemini integration further into their products.
NVIDIA had news too, partnering with Perplexity for LLM access in Europe, and a big cloud project with Mistral in France, using thousands of chips for regional businesses.
And finally, Salesforce is cutting off third-party access to Slack data, which impacts rivals like Glean that use that data for their AI tools. Shows how platform power matters.
That's a whirlwind. But it shows AI touching everything from core infrastructure to store operations.
It really does. Okay, last section. Let's quickly highlight some trending AI tools you might want to check out.
All right. Model-wise, there's O3 Pro from OpenAI, noted for strong reasoning.
And Mistral released Magistral, their open-source reasoning model family.
For video, Astra from Topaz Labs does AI video upscaling.
Image generation. Korea 1 from Korea offers high quality with lots of user control.
Productivity. Tato is an AI platform for IT projects, helps track risks, decisions, that sort of thing. Might be worth exploring for your own projects.
Kickbolt turns screenshots into nice-looking mock-ups quickly.
High-Ends takes your voice notes or text and polishes them into professional content.
And for job hunting, Hunter uses AI to help create tailored resumes and cover letters fast.
So lots of specialized tools popping up all the time.
And that wraps up our deep dive for today. We've covered lawsuits, new browsers, AI learning physics, peering into black holes, visions of AGI, and a whole lot more.
The landscape is definitely shifting fast. Legal lines, technical capabilities, even our understanding of the universe. AI is pushing on all fronts.
We really hope this breakdown gave you some clarity on the key developments.
If you found this useful, please do follow the deep dive so you catch our future episodes.
And maybe share with anyone else you know who's trying to keep up with AI.
Definitely. And maybe something to think about, as AI helps us see things we couldn't before, like potentially faster spinning black holes. What other hidden patterns or unknown unknowns might it reveal next?